So as I'm driving to my old job, in which I might not have the job no more, but still, I might take a labor commission. I mean, I hate to be one of those employees that can go that far, but I know my employee rights or whatever the fuck you call them, California laws. And I know how people can't be fucking you over. One of my biggest things that I always want to do big is explain how jobs and people that are crooked are the reasons why a lot of people are homeless and probably stop caring so much, go to drugs, and then really start saying fuck everyone. Probably get so high, feel like you can get payback, revenge, legally or illegally, and then you end up just being scared, locked up in your room or on the streets. Just I've seen people go like that. I've almost went through that, but it's really important that people get back on their feet. And that being said, I got a job thanks to my mentor, badass fucking DJ out here in San Diego. He does liquid drum and bass, regular drum and bass, dubstep, all of that, the whole 9 yards. I mean, he really knows how to mix his shit. But so he just got me a job somewhere else, and I pretty much have worked like a lot of places, from cashier to deli to fucking barista to cook, front house, back house, uh, just everything, construction, shit. So the only thing that I'm really not good at is computers, office work, sitting in a cubicle. I mean, I admire people that can put up with that. I feel bad for the people that grow the sandbags. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, most of my life has been hard labor, and most of my life, me being 30, I can say that now, has been on my own. Because when I was a young kid, I had siblings, but they left me alone. And then, streets, after I got kicked out, didn't get along with my crazy aggressive father. That's another thing that I have to explain. Bosses, employers, they make parents very angry to where when they come home, they give their kids terrible lives, and it's not their fault, and it's not the kids' fault. But this is how I know how to turn around America, maybe other countries, but that's what's going down in the USA. So, Mr. Nobody, who is he? He's someone that cares a lot about everyone else, and it took a long time for me to care about myself, in which that's what I learned. I have to take care of myself in order to take care of all of you. So, yeah, I have a nice car. Am I still homeless? Technically, yeah. With my Hyundai Genesis, I'm still homeless. But this time around, I decided to be homeless. Not because I can't hack it, but because I am going to save so much money doing what I do, knowing how I do. Staying clean, always being ready for work, taking my cat naps in between jobs. Me being by myself, I have nothing else to do except work, work, work. And that is what older people will tell you who have worked and established so many great things in life. They have their families, they have homeowners insurance, their houses are paid off, all that type of stuff. Things that I never was properly taught, things that I never thought I could ever get. So in this day and age, is it harder for us? Yeah, it is, because you have older people who, say, when I was young, I was always working, blah, 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 and I made good money, and, I was able to do this and support you and, put you kids through college. Well, shoot, back then the economy was a little bit better. I mean, yeah, we had our downfalls and they kept going up and down, but 2020, really overpopulated. So populated that everyone only cares about supply and demand. So therefore, if you don't have all the money, no one's kissing your ass. And if you're a regular person, you got to work like the rest of us. And with there being so many people, whether it was, thing that happened like a decade ago with Hades, or the Louisiana, like all these different spots where hurricanes and whatnot, disasters, they just destroyed places. A lot of people decided to move, and they came out here to the West Coast where it's beautiful. It's also very expensive, but some people, I don't know, they hit it big. They got some type of insurance. They already had money. Everyone moved out here, so you have the rich and the poor mixed up with us even more. And yeah, things are just not going to stay the same when there's just too much of one thing populating in one area. You know, I'm driving, so I can get a little mixed up here and there as I have to make sure I get where I'm going. But working in hotels, working in certain places, man, people can really make you a dickhead. My dad, I love him. I stay away from him. I got some of my traumas from him, some traumas from other people. And I learned that from those traumas, they keep us as kids scared. No matter how old you get, you still have a few fears that you'll never be able to grow out of. Sometimes people think that facing their fears is the best thing to do, and it's not. I mean, girls that got raped, they end up thinking facing their fears. Sleep with this guy, sleep with that guy because he's nice. Next thing you know, they're just not faithful and they want to sleep around. They want to keep having fun. They end up realizing that that's fun, even though it's not as scary anymore. Is it as dangerous? Yes, it is. People still contract diseases. What's up with people doing medicine? Well, I just heard on the radio they're trying to make sure that they, come out with new anti formulas or whatever the hell to like prevent, herpes and things like that. Well, that's good if you could prevent it, but at the same time, you're marketing and promoting more sex with other people. Now, why do I have a problem with that? Because just like people from India, Muslims, they believe one man, one woman. Now, when I get into arguments about that with people, they start getting mad because they're like, oh, what about them being able to beat the women? This and that. Yes, that's very sad. But how far do certain people take it to mess it up for others? I mean, somebody that really deserved a queen, and this woman was just that scandalous to do something. Of course, if he had power, he wanted to destroy her. Is it fair as far as both sexes? Hell no. If a girl finds out this man was cheating and he has power, money, he should have got the same torture. I mean, I really care about what's fair. I really can't stand when I say it's not fair. People are like, well, life's not fair. Well, bitch, let me slap you in the face. Because right now it should have been. That's what Mr. Nobody stands for. All in a nutshell. It's hard to get on through life sometimes. And me personally, I go through depression. But I'm trying to fight it. This year I have so many friends behind me that I've reached when I was so good on my positive side. They actually, some of them were disappointed. Some of them were hurt. Some of them kept supporting me. And sadly, I could see where the domino effect happens, where I'm unhappy, and it just shows so much that even though they were happy and then they saw me sad, that they became that unhappy. And, that's how things progress downward. You know what I mean? The roller coaster, as we call it. It's really sad, but that's just life. And so now that I'm past a certain point in my life where I really shouldn't be getting depressed no more, it's my job to make sure I reach the public, because all of you I see as fam. I don't see you guys as just fan base. I would love all of you to be my fans one day, because at the same time, when you're an artist, whether you're cooking or singing or sculpturing or painting, you have to be a fan of the people who love it, because really that is all of you coming together to share one thing, and that is what you like. So what else do I need to reach up on? I don't know. I mean, I gave it to you all quick in a nutshell. And as for me, I plan to make it big. One thing that I always didn't like when I was younger, I didn't have too much courage. I mean, acting-wise, I wanted to be on stage, but I never was able to pass certain flaws that were physical that made me feel mentally unable to do anything. And I want everyone in the world to know that you could do anything you want as long as you believe in yourself. It might not go the highest, you might not be number one, but you can still do it. And as you make your parents happy, if you make your kids happy, then really that's all that's most important. The girl I loved so long ago that I have that little rape story towards, that shit hurts. To know that this young female that I love that ran away from somewhere super far and stayed with me a long time ago where I protected. We fell in love. She told me she didn't want anyone to ever hold her except me. Years later, she takes care of a few things in which that's why she had to go back. And She just told me she was having fun getting around. That's one of the things that made me have many, many, many meltdowns. Heartbreak is the biggest tragedy. And I faced it because just knowing I was helping that girl back then, I should never fell in love with her. I should never made her fall for me. And that's what's crazy about it. You know, people are hustlers, pimps, people playing the game. There is no game. Really, you're always playing yourself. But if everyone's playing the same way, then of course you make it a game and you act like you're controlling it all. But ladies, grow up. Man, have some fucking dignity. This conversation goes more to the people that are younger than my peers and I. You know, because anyone my age and older, I wish I could care about, but you know that you do so much that isn't worth doing. You know that you hurt a lot of people. It's the younger people that learned after us. I really want all of you people to just treat each other really great, love each other, and know that, you know, there's no reason to send harm towards anyone's way, whether it was to use them, make fun of them, whatever. We're all equal. And like, that's one thing about US. I noticed when a girl got really big on American Idol or America Has Talent, whatever the hell, she was singing really badass. She was a little girl. Her strategy towards singing, she was always talking about bringing up to the public bullying. And Simon, he actually said, put that behind you, forget about it. But really, that is what the most criminal type of people will tell you to do, is to forget about it. You know, just in order to forget, like, to make it disappear, you gotta forget about it. No, that's bullshit. For you to forget about it, it's for you to not care about the other people who are still going through it, you know? Whether this kid over there is getting bullied, I'm not going to turn away because it's better, like, sooner or later, everyone will start bullying people. No. That kid and that kid and that kid will get bullied. And then later on when they have kids, their kids will get bullied or their kids will bully. Domino effects. Monkey see, monkey do. I've been telling this to the world. I'm 30, and I think I learned that early on in my age. But being homeless by myself, all I could do was watch from the sideline. Now I'm older, and really nobody should really take that long to get that old to really know what it is that they need to do that's better for everyone. I don't know where I'm going to leave this, but I just got to work, and Mr. Nobody is YouTube right here trying to talk to the world.